Guys, I'm hiding from the government right now. They've raided my place. They've got guns. They saw that I know too much. I know too much about what's going on in the blasted government. So I'm hiding from them. I really could use monetary support in order to get enough money to persuade the government in a monetary fashion to stop bothering me and that I'm no threat. And one way you could do that is subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/MatthewDonald. There you can find bonus content for both my podcasts, The Ripwit and Paleobites. For the Paleobites bonus content, we discuss pop culture featuring prehistoric animals. And this month we're talking about The Land Before Time, the classic 1988 Don Bluth movie with a hell of a lot of sequels. But we don't talk about any of the sequels. We talk about the original movie. I hear there's footsteps. They're coming closer! Oh, wait, no. Okay, that was just my cat. Go away, cat. You're going to give away my hiding spot. Link is in the description where you can sign up to the Patreon. Thank you for your support, and have a lovely day. Have a better day than I am. Wait, what's that? Ah! Ah! Also, this podcast is getting kind of big. We've got some reviews to read. Yay! My cockatiel Lyra and I are going to read some reviews. So if you hear her chirping, that is her input. Thank you very much, Lyra. It's nice to have a dinosaur here to critique the reviews with you. Adds authenticity. I've got 3 good ones here to read. Good as in fun to read, not necessarily positive. Yeah, that's when you know your podcast is big. All right, first off, let's start off with this review from Chris E. 1974. Must be their birth year. Listen to this person. They are old and wise. 1974 was less than 50 years ago. Anyways, 5 stars, very fun and educational. I'm not a huge fan of prehistoric creatures, especially dinosaurs, but this podcast makes them easy to access. I'm very entertained, and I learned so much in each episode. I love the rating system. It's so kooky and hilarious. I can't wait to hear more. Aw, thank you, Chris. And you will hear more. This podcast will go on forever. Next up is from Matthew Clocktoberfest. May I say I love the name. It's a fellow Matthew, so you know they are to be trusted. 1 star. Ooh, they gave me a whole star. How nice. I love stars. No, just no. Stop, please. When the hosts finally got around to discussing dinosaurs, the information was extremely shallow. Their hosts seem more interested in making bottom-of-the-barrel jokes. Sadly, their attempts at humor are cringe-inducing. This was a waste of my time. It's funny, Mr. Clucktoberfest. Not a single word of that is wrong. Our attempts at humor are cringe-inducing. Have you heard our humor? I mean, you have. That's why you wrote this review. Bottom of the barrel? We're in the basement of the barrel. Like, that's how bottom we are of that barrel. See, that kind of humor. That's exactly what you expect from this show. Thank you very much for the review, Mr. Clucktoberfest. Tell all your friends. Finally, let's end this reading the review session with a bit of good old-fashioned nepotism from Jacob Pulaski, my nephew, who has appeared on the show a few times. He writes the incredibly informative review, 5 stars. My uncle, Matt Hall, is my uncle. He's not wrong. I am his uncle. Thanks for listening. Write reviews. Help the algorithm!
Roar, growl, snarl, bellow.
Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast that's trying to see what's the fossil all about. Get it? Like fossil? I thought it was funny.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
My name's Matthew Donald, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus or prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. Did I do this intro for when I did Calypiocephalae with you? I might have forgotten.
I do not think so, no.
Oh. Crap.
Hindsight.
Oh, it's because we went into a tangent about turning 30. That's why.
Yeah, we immediately started derailing. I immediately started derailing.
Okay. Well, they didn't know who you were or who I was. Then they listened to these people thinking like, who are these people?
I mean, I've been on the pod a few times now.
Yeah, I guess
of course,
that's
we
true.
still have not intruded me.
That's true. Okay, my name's Matthew Donald. This week I'm joined by Laura Owsley. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. It's great. I'm okay, I guess.
That was very convincing. One more great and he'll really sell it.
I'm so great!
Yeah. That's actually my exact response when people are asking me how I was when taxes were due.
Oh, yes.
I'm great. Everything's fine.
You know,
I'm great.
You know how whenever someone says sup or what's up, the answer is
Right.
always not much? Even
Right.
It doesn't matter what is up. Doesn't matter, like, your dog could have died, your mother just got diagnosed with cancer, you lost your job, you lost your home, you got evicted.
Right.
What's up? Not much.
not much. Although, like, I've had a decent amount of people, like, my day job is at a restaurant, and I'll be, like, ringing somebody up for their order, and there's, like, a good, like, 7 seconds worth of small talk that happens there while I'm, like, swiping their card and plugging it into the system and all of that. And somewhere in that, like, 7 seconds of small talk, sometimes I'll be like, oh, Amanda, like, how are you today? And sometimes I'll be like, well, it's been a really rough year, actually. So I just
For
lost...
one, my name got changed to Amanda, but
I
against
just
my
lost the
will.
rights to my name. I was Gilbert Godfrey Jr., but then he sued me.
And then I was Laura Owsley.
And then I was Laura Owsley.
And then somehow I'm now Amanda.
Right.
Anyways.
I'm talking to a customer who has the exact same name as me, which is very rare.
So Amanda was the other person.
Yes.
I was so confused.
I was confused where you were going. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, improv, let's roll with it. Like,
I thought you were saying they were saying to,
you know.
I'm so dumb. Nah, it's okay.
No.
I like that noise you made. It was a good dinosaur impression.
Thank you. That is actually the noise I make when I wake up in the morning.
Oh.
It alarms all of my roommates that first, like, day, because it's very quiet, right, when you and I
Yes.
are just talking. When it's in first thing in the morning, it's very loud.
Like monkeys.
Yeah, right.
And speaking
exactly.
of monkeys,
Sure, you're getting better at these transitions.
I know. I
But
actually
I
showed.
trash every time by rating them.
That's okay. And well, Matt does that too with the other show, the Rit With I do with him. And actually, I was showing him an episode of Paleobites where I did transition. He's like, "That's our joke," and I'm like, "I can do it. It's my joke, and these are both my shows."
Hey,
I mean,
I could have more than one joke on more than one show.
Yeah, although Rit Wit's also our show, but that's my joke in that show. But
Yeah.
anyways, we're talking about Darwinius, which means of Charles Darwin. You know,
Right.
I've heard of that fellow.
No.
The fellow all creationists hate.
No, never heard of him.
Yeah.
No.
You know, like how there's saints. He's like
Right.
an anti-saint.
He is of the, like, devil saints.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the people that the devil put onto Earth. It's Darwin and Faustus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whoever came up with the idea of abortions. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Whoever invented those. And it's actually just the embodiment of the idea of free healthcare.
Yes.
Sent from the devil himself.
Yes. Because that's terrible, terrible stuff.
Horrible.
Like, who wants
Absolutely.
universal health care? That's the work of the devil.
Yeah. Which is why I am in favor of everybody getting the vaccine, but I think that everybody should be charged $50.
Oh, 50? Wow, you're not going high enough, man.
Oh, well, that's if you have insurance. That's the copay.
And the insurance costs several $1,000,000.
Of course.
And if you have the insurance, it costs $50. If you don't have the insurance, the shot costs several $1,000,000.
Exactly.
Which you got to earn by working a job that gives you 5 cents an hour.
Yeah, and no benefits, of course.
And no benefits. No way to get paid. The CEO gets billions, though.
Easily.
Because that's what God intended.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's what God said. Wow, this is just becoming a very anti-capitalist podcast. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I feel like it's infectious.
Hey,
I just
capitalists.
carry it with
Hey,
me.
capitalists, send me money for my Patreon, please.
I mean,
Yes.
beautiful.
All right, type is Adaptiforme primate, a group of basal primates that are right at the split between normal simians, which are monkeys, apes, humans, and prosimians, like lemurs, bush babies, and so
Hey,
on. Bush babies are so cute.
they're so cute. Also, Matt knows this. I love lemurs.
Yeah, lemurs are great. Madagascar is your favorite film franchise.
It is. I mean, I do know an alarming amount about it for somebody who was like a little too old for the Madagascar films when the first one was released.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say now or no, even then, yeah.
Like, because I'm pretty sure that one came out when I was like already in middle school, so I was like past the like target age.
It has a lot of jokes that kids wouldn't get though. So I mean,
This
it's
is true.
for the parents though, I guess. But
That I like pretended to get when I was in middle school. That I was like, oh ha ha, I know what this is talking about.
yeah. The logs say help, but then they fall, and then they say hell. No kid's gonna get that. They
No
can't
kid-
read.
Yeah. They're not gonna understand. Come on.
Anyways, it was 2.5 feet / 0.7 meters long. So
Huh.
it's like I don't know, like
It's a little.
well, it's like your arms like 3 feet, so it's kind of like to right here. So listeners can
okay.
totally see me stretching my arm out here.
Right, this is
pointing
good
at where-
podcasting material.
Yeah.
I guess that's the size of a normal monkey, right?
Yeah, like a ring-tailed lemur or something. Diet herbivore. Well,
Okay, great.
Time mid-Eocene, 47 to 46 million years ago.
Okay.
So this is pretty early on in the mammal's reign. So dinosaurs died out like less than 20 million years earlier, and then mammals were starting to spread out more.
Right.
Location Germany.
Oh,
Not a lot of monkeys in Germany, present-day Germany, I think.
yeah, I'm not sure. But, I mean,
I know Spain has that one macaque, but
I like to think, though, that you just have around Oktoberfest a lot of monkeys.
it's true. Monkeys love beer and
Yeah.
pretzels.
And pretzels and people who are drunk and are not watching their wallets. And the monkeys can just, steal wallets out of the back
What is the monkey
pockets.
doing with the wallets? They don't use money.
They are going to the people who trained them who do use money.
It's true. There was this study, again, another tangent, but hey, this one's about monkeys, so this one,
Hey.
it kind of works out. So there was this study, like, done with these monkeys about, like, how to teach them if they could learn how economy works and how economics works. So they gave them each
Right.
a golden, not golden coin, like a little coin.
Right.
And then they gave them one. They gave them one for all the tasks they do. They made them
Okay.
do to
Sure.
try and teach them. Okay, these are valuable. And the way they taught them to be valuable is that they had to spend some of these coins to get lunch,
Oh, okay.
and they got it right away, like pretty quickly. They got that these coins are valuable. So naturally,
Okay.
a male monkey went to a
course.
female monkey and paid the monkey several coins in exchange for sex. So prostitution is a very primal thing, even so that monkeys get it.
It is the oldest occupation, right? Like, these monkeys know what they're doing, and you know what? Good for her.
Yeah, she got a bigger lunch.
She got a better lunch.
So
Like, good for her.
she consented anyways. Like, I think the monkey asked.
See?
So
And you know what? If these monkeys can figure it out, so can college guys.
yes, indeed. All right, it was described in 2009. Pop culture appearance, the BBC documentary Uncovering Our Earliest Ancestor, the History Channel documentary The Link, which is, I'm assuming, played somewhat before or after Ancient Aliens.
Right.
And a whole crap ton of media coverage that inflated this thing at the top of the paleontological zeitgeist because Darwinius has very good publicity agents.
I mean, well, he's got a very good name, and that helps,
That's
right?
true.
If he was named anything else, it might not have stuck, but Darwinius is a very catchy name.
It is. And, well, one of the reasons why, because like I said, one of the documentaries was Uncovering Our Earliest Ancestor. People were like, oh my gosh, this is a human ancestor. Ah!
Oh, that's a good point.
Anyways, an aspect of humanity that's frighteningly common is the ever-present love of our own self. We love ourselves.
It's true.
We think we're so special. Earth is the center of the universe. Man is the most important species.
Right. Little known fact, actually, this entire podcasting studio is just pictures of Matt.
Yeah, look at that. Look at me. Aren't I great?
Yeah, it's actually a little alarming.
Yeah,
the
I've got a
amount
picture
of
of you
photos.
hidden behind that one.
Oh, well, that's a little. I don't remember taking that picture.
Yeah. Consent, guys. Don't take pictures of people against their will without them realizing. Anyways. So,
Yeah, that came out darker than I meant it to.
okay. In fact, even the notion of people always seem to have that we're living in the end times is kind of
Right.
self-centered. My favorite, the writer of my favorite movie of all time, Pacific Rim, the screenwriter's name is Travis Beacham. He said
Okay.
this best on Twitter. No matter how bad things get, this isn't the end of the world. It's just the most recent set of difficult issues we have to solve in order to proceed. The idea that we are witness to the moment of all of history has been building up to is like believing Earth is the center of the universe. It's
That's-
scary, but in a way that affirms importance without demanding anything from us.
You know, that's a good point.
Right? Wasn't that?
That's a decent point.
Yeah. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's so smart. I love Pacific Rim.
I can tell. And that's actually a great tangent into. So out next from the Matthew Donald Creator Fund is Pacific Rim podcast, in which Matt just talks about the movie Pacific Rim.
I would. I love that movie.
And it's just an entire podcast dedicated to it.
And I'd stalk Travis Beacham or whatever.
Yes, and take pictures to then put in the podcasting studio.
Stalk Guillermo del Toro, who directed it.
Right. As one does.
Anyways, so this is the only explanation why I can think of why the discovery of Darwinius blew up as much as it did.
Right.
This is a little primate and named in honor of Charles Darwin in commemoration of his birth in 1809, 200 years before the description of the specimen.
Oh.
So 1809, 2009.
Right.
So it looks a lot like a modern lemur, which is why I brought Laura along to do this episode with me, as I have found out recently that she loves ring-tailed lemurs, or just lemurs in general.
I like lemurs in general, but ring-tailed lemurs are my favorite.
They have rings in their tails.
And they're so cute. They're like black and white, and they're so fluffy looking,
Yeah,
and like
they kind of have weird faces to me, though.
they do, but like they're cute.
Like, I like bush baby faces better. They're so cute.
Those are cute, but like, I mean, the ring-tailed lemurs, especially if you've seen them when they're babies.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, they're so tiny. It's so cute.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh,
I'm gonna go get me a lemur.
I mean, come on.
Go to the illegal trades of.
I mean,
Get a lemur ripped out of its mother's.
look, we all want to
litter.
be Carol Baskin of ring-tailed lemurs. Of course, that's what I've been building my entire life up to.
Yeah.
And that's why I am here in the podcasting studio in a full ring-tailed lemur costume.
I was gonna say, I love ring-tailed lemurs so much. I want to make a coat out of them, Cruella de Vil style.
Oh, God. I've made so much worse jokes on this podcast, and for some reason, that was the one that was like, oh, no, the babies.
Yeah, baby puppy coat. How about a baby lemur coat?
It's just as soft and fluffy, but it also looks like fancy tuxedo, black and white. Like, I don't know. That one was...
Anyways, so it turns out this creature might have been right at the split between simians and prosimians, which means
Right.
it would have been part of the lineage that eventually led to us humans. And the publicity of this creature's discovery was huge. Human ancestor! This is the last common ancestor between us and lemurs. This is huge. It's about us.
Us! Everything's about us.
Yes, seriously,
Sure.
people went nuts. Documentaries were made. Comparisons were made to the Holy Grail of the Lost Ark or other Indiana Jones artifacts.
Right. Does it look anything like the ape man?
It kind of does. Like
Really?
a Tarzan.
Huh.
Yeah. No, it doesn't actually.
Oh.
It has no loincloth.
But I believed you. I was like, oh, that's so interesting, but only like 3 feet tall. Like,
Yeah. I'd say so. Maybe something like that. Looks like Tarzan.
right.
But like if it's like an Indiana Jones artifact, I didn't see any people saying like, this is like the crystal skull.
See? And really, though, let's talk about India. No, just kidding.
Oh, another tangent. All right. Some scientists even said that this find would be in all textbooks for the next 100 years.
Oh, wow.
Like, now, does anyone really talk about this
Only-
now? Like, have you heard about Darwinius before
No,
5
definitely
minutes
not.
ago?
No.
No, yeah.
Was it, like, debunked? Is he our common ancestor?
What? No, it was, but what happened was a lot of people think this was just a big publicity stunt that exaggerated the importance of the discovery to increased funding.
Oh,
Like,
that's clever.
if this was a human ancestor, that's cool, but it's not the first we found. Like, Australopithecus is a
That's
Purgatorius.
Purgatorius?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a name. I mean,
It's where I go before God is like, where do you want?
do you want to go to dinosaur heaven or dinosaur hell? You're just hanging out in Purgatorius.
I'm like, I don't care. They both have dinosaurs.
Right. But one of them has a Stegosaurus and one of them has a T-Rex. So,
I don't want to hang out with either of them, honestly. Can I stay in Purgatorius?
valid.
All right. Even though stem mammal synapsids from before the dinosaurs, like we've found all these human ancestors before, and it's cool for sure, but it's not like the freaking Holy Grail.
True. I
But-
mean, I don't know, though. Like, that's so clever to me.
Yeah.
Like, to get more funding from...
Yeah, like so you can
just
find more
publicity.
human ancestors.
So you
right?
can find more human ancestors.
When
Like,
actually you use it to host big parties or blow. No, I don't know what they do.
I
Never mind.
mean, I would go to a big party that's just for the Stegosaur, for the Darwinius or whatever. Like, I would go to dinosaur-themed parties.
I would too. But would anyone else go to them though? Would it be just me and you and then
All your fellow co-hosts on the show.
some of which probably still couldn't make it because they're like, I've got better things to
I've got
do.
better things to
Like
do.
what?
They go to
Literally anything else.
They go to Matt's 30th birthday party that's just themed
Oh,
dinosaurs.
that's long past at this point now that this has come out.
Now he's almost 38.
Being 30 is basically like being 40, which is basically like being 50, which is basically like being dead.
Right. Everybody knows life ends at 50. But, I mean, we'll get him an over-the-hill cake. Don't worry.
And it's all right. And again, when I die, I'll go to Purgatorius anyways.
Right.
This particular specimen of this Darwinius is named Ida, as well as her skeleton, which is mostly complete. We also
I didn't know that.
I like how it took you a bit to come up with.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like, all right, wait, Ida, think.
Is
think,
this
what-
a
what-
funny thing to say? Is
Ida.
this clever? Ida. Don't know. There we go. I can make a pun.
All right, cool.
That's how
I'm
my
very
brain
proud
works.
of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As well as her skeleton, which is mostly complete, we also have a fur outline and remnants of her last meal of fruits and leaves.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, so she was only a subadult, and we believe she was killed by sinking into a lake after inhaling carbon dioxide fumes that spurt from the lake due to volcanic activity.
Yeah, that's probably how I'll go. I'll be considered a subadult who my last meal was a salad with some berries, and then I will just inhale too much carbon dioxide and drown in the lake.
Is this you in the
Yeah.
future?
Or in the past.
Well, no, but you time travel. In the future, you time traveled to the past, shrunk 3 feet, grew a tail,
Oh.
and
I've just wanted to be a lemur so bad since it's been my favorite animal since I was like 7. So I just had to make it a thing, right? So I
you
tunneled
are
my...
Ida.
I am
Yuda.
Ida Glass.
Ida, you not
Beautiful.
But anyways, this part of the world back in the Eocene was full of these kind of dangerous lakes that could burst with great noxious clouds of carbon dioxide. And while it sounds terrible for them, it's great
Yeah.
for paleontologists,
Fair.
as the water preserves the fossilized skeletons so well, which is why we can see Ida's last meal and her fur outline in the fossils.
Wild.
So yay for us! Man, we are self-centered.
Yeah, seriously. All we're doing, we're looking at our most common ancestor, and instead of mourning their death, we're like, that's so cool. Let's pick apart her diet. You know what? Maybe she just had a cheat day. Like,
I saw someone share a Twitter post that's like, paleontologists must hate dinosaurs. They love seeing them dead.
you know, what a way to become a paleontologist, though, is like, I hate dinosaurs so much that I just want to look at dead dinosaurs all the time. Like,
Well, boy, would we have the profession for you. You
I
should
mean-
become a paleontologist.
a lot of big horror movie directors say, like, oh, yeah, like, scary movies and stuff used to, like, scare the crap out of me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
And now I make scary movies.
And now they make scary
I have a
movies.
very particular thing that scares me like crazy. So if I'm ever going to do a horror movie, it's going to be like that. So I'm not going to say what it is.
Okay, I was waiting for it. It's like, is it geese? Is it ducks?
No.
Is it the dark?
It's big apocalyptic events, but
Uh,
like done in a very like, not like in an action way, done like a scary sort of inevitable doom way. You ever seen
Right.
the movie Knowing?
No.
It's my scariest movie ever, and it's such a personal thing. A lot of people think it's really dumb. It has Nicolas Cage in it.
Ah, love him.
So, yeah, I know you're a big fan of National Treasure, right?
I am.
So,
I unironically love that movie.
yeah.
It's like part of my personality as an adult, I feel like. Is like, I tell people all the time, like, I unironically love the movie National Treasure.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Like-
It's a good variant on the Indiana Jones thing. Like, let's make it like an Indiana Jones style adventure, but make it based on American history.
Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, when I say it's very good, I'm not saying it's like AFI top 100 worthy, right? Like, it's just a fun movie
Yeah.
that knows that it's a little cheesy,
Mhm.
and it's
And
just a good
It's
time.
like America.
America.
It's like America's so good, it's got big mythology behind it.
I mean, it's better than the second movie. Feels very like love letter to American presidents.
That's true. And of course, they gloss over that period where America was founded on slaves. You know, they
Yeah.
never mention that. No,
They
it's
don't
not.
touch on that one.
No.
They conveniently gloss over it. It's lovely.
Anyways, these lakes that Purgatorius is in,
Right.
some of them still exist today. Not those
Really?
particular lakes, but lakes that are like that. There are a couple in Africa that have blown up in the past.
Whoa, wait. There are lakes that just like seep carbon dioxide.
They blow up in like a
They-
big cloud of carbon dioxide.
The lake blows up.
Yeah, from volcanic activity underneath.
Wild.
Yeah, and it sends clouds of noxious carbon dioxide out for miles, and in the past it's killed hundreds of people. Like,
Oof.
these lakes now have monitoring stations on nearby them.
Yeah, no kidding. Like,
So that nearby towns will have a warning whenever it happens again. Exploding lakes, that's a hard pass for me.
so what you're saying is I've been worried ever since I was a kid about Mount St. Helens.
Mm-hmm.
But I should not be worried about that. I should be worried about, like, the lake behind my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you near a
That's fine.
volcano?
Probably.
Actually, there are 2 volcanoes in Colorado, I found out.
Really?
Yeah, one of them's dormant, one of them is extinct. So,
Oh,
okay.
well.
Dormant still means it could go off at some point. Yellowstone is technically dormant. So.
Right. So we have a much lesser chance than other places, but still.
Yeah. Still.
So wait, is an active volcano a volcano that is actively erupting?
Oh, it's one that's. No, I don't think it's actively erupt. It's like if it's got all the right conditions to erupt.
I don't know why I derail us to different science things instead
Hey,
of
this is
dinosaurs.
Geology and paleontology are closely related. It's much more closely related than geology and national treasure. So, so
I don't know why I derail us to other science things when I could derail us to more Nicolas Cage
so,
movies.
astronomy,
So astronomy. No, so
biology.
biology.
Ugh, I don't like the human body. That's the one science I'm like, nope, none of that.
No,
I like to think we're
none of
hollow.
that, no anatomy.
I like to think we're hollow automatons.
Fair enough. I did really well in anatomy class in school because I found like table group or whatever
Yeah.
that everybody else was super squeamish
Oh.
and I'm not. And so they like would do like all the paperwork stuff that I found really boring and awful, and then I would cut into the sheep lung.
Okay.
Right?
Just be
And
like,
so I
yes,
like it
get
was-
me in here.
Exactly. Like I had no problem with the
Carve into
dissection
the
part.
sheep lung. Yeah.
I also like anytime we'd be like dissecting in school, people would be like, "Oh God, it smells awful in here," and I was like, "Yeah, my mom was a high school science teacher for like most of my life. This just smells like my house."
Wait, your mom was a high school science teacher, but she was also religious?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Good on her. Okay.
Yeah. She's a very intelligent person. who,
Yay, that's good. Well, you seem pretty intelligent, so you had to
Yeah.
come from somewhere.
I actually was found in a log.
Oh no, like Moses.
Yeah. Yeah, just floating down the river one day. And that's actually, I am actually a king.
Oh, okay.
And that's the reason why I was in the river.
Okay, you are a king and I was a queen. So, anyways,
Is this your audition for Drag Race?
yeah, I'd say so. Anyways, let's rate Darwinius 1 out of 65 million or whatever you're gonna rate it.
1 out of 65 million. Or I could rate it 12 Bob the Drag Queens.
Okay.
Or, you know what? No.
No, okay, what do you got?
I got 6 Cruella de Villes.
Ah, okay. So that's 606 Dalmatians.
Right. 606 baby ringtail lemur coats.
Okay. That's so dark. All right. Well, I am going to rate it, I don't know, maybe like 35 million. I mean, it's cool, but, you know, it was all a big marketing scheme to get them to make
Yeah.
money, you know, for
We
their
have more
fun.
common ancestors.
Yeah, Australopithecus is cooler.
You can't see it in the Denver Zoo, so...
No, you can't. You can see relatives of it, though.
No.
You can see its descendants.
I can currently see a relative of
Yeah, I was
it,
gonna say
though,
you can
so,
see
like...
you can see us and you can see the monkeys. So
Right. So you can see relatives all over the place.
yeah,
Much
yeah.
like Mormons.
yeah,
They just populate a lot.
they're just everywhere, man.
I feel like this... some Mormon is
You
going to come
have a
after...
beef against
I
Mormons.
really don't. I just lived in a small town where, like, there was a very large Mormon population. And so that was, like, a lot of the jokes were about Mormons.
Mm,
As, like, a... like, poking fun at kind of way.
that makes sense.
Right.
Right.
So,
Anyways, that's it for this week. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact me at mattsd@matthewdoncareer.com for any general questions to me or any of the other co-hosts. You can ask Laura here, why does she hate Mormons so much?
and actually, if you want to send me an angry letter about Mormonism and defending it to me,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
going to send
actually
you-
just send that directly to the Book of Mormon, the musical.
Yes, okay, and they'll send you the email. It's like, I want to talk to you about Jesus.
Right.
One of my best friends is Mormon. Anyway, so if you want to follow me personally, I have a social media. I got Matthew Donald Creator on Facebook, at MatthewDonald64 on Twitter, and MatthewDonald64 on Instagram. And I also have a book series on Amazon, Megazoic, available for print and Kindle. I didn't mention that last episode either. There's no Calypiocephalae in it, though, so no way to tie it in. There's no Darwinius either.
I was about to say.
There is a Purgatorius in the
Really?
final chapter of the final book.
Well, you just really shoehorned it in then.
There's a point to it. You got to read it to find out. All right. Anyways, let's see. I also have another podcast called The Writ Went with Two Twits, talk about writing and other stuff like writing, like books with dinosaurs and Purgatorius. Anyways,
And there's a whole Patreon where we talk about fun things like The Land Before Time.
yeah, that's at patreon.com/MatthewDonald. Go check that out. I need to plug that more. I guess I plugged it at the beginning of every show that I edited in, but
But I mean, it can't hurt to plug it at the end.
guys, subscribe to my Patreon right now.
I mean, if you want to hear more of Laura derailing,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry.
I will sick the Purgatorius on you. All right. Well, that's it for this week. As I say at the end of every episode of Paleo Bites, what do monkey lemurs make? They don't really make noise.
But did Darwin have a catchphrase?
Evolution.
Evolution.
It exists.
Right.
Suck on that, church.
Suck on that, church.
What was it like? I've seen a lot of things, people quoting, quote unquote, Charles Darwin when talking about people not taking the coronavirus seriously.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just let it run its course.
the Darwin Awards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I give Darwinius 3 Darwin Awards. You fell in a lake? Why would you do that, you dumbass?
I mean,
Nah. All right, bye.
bye.
All right.